Wait, what are the warning signs of bankruptcy? You see, sometimes you may not notice it on time, but it is highly easy for you. It's very easy for you to notice when you're about to go bankrupt. Now, one of the things you will notice is that you are in a very huge debt and you do not know how to get out of that debt. So let's say you have, maybe you took out loan to possibly meet up a particular target, because as at that moment there wasn't any money that can go in for it. So you kind of like took out the loan and you do not know where to get the money to replace that loan. Now you are trying to make more sales so you can be able to get your money back, but it's just not happening, right? And you see, the fact that you have debt does not mean that you're going to go bankrupt, but the fact that you do not know how to clear the debt, that is when you have a high chance of going bankrupt. And going bankrupt is not even a bad thing in itself. It just I'll just say it's just a reason for you to want to push harder. You get? So let's say you're almost going bankrupt or you have a huge debt. One thing you can just literally do is to find a way to clear up that debt. And I believe the easy way to clear any debt in business is when you cut out your expenses and reduce certain kind of services that are not necessary. So maybe you go out of your way to do free delivery for your customers. You can decide to cut out that free delivery, or you do advertisement. You can decide to cut out that advertising part and possibly have someone in the team learn about it, or you always invite someone, or you always pay influencers to influence the business. You can literally just take out time and be your own influencer. I mentioned most of these things in the other video on how to start, what to do when your business is about to crash. Literally, one way to be able to stop going bankrupt or stop ending up being bankrupt is when you're able to find a way to clear your debt and reduce expenses. And another thing I realize is that most of the times when you don't want to go bankrupt, one of the things that you have to look out for is the certain mistakes, grave mistakes that you tend to make when it comes to your sales. Now, there are times that you make a very grave mistake and you end up losing. You see, you have to find a way to reduce your losses and have more profits than your losses. You get? Because if you don't sell, you have the high chances of you going bankrupt. Because I mean, where would the money come from? You get? And it's not a bad thing in itself, but when you notice that certain things like that, you're into huge debt and you cannot go out of it, or you're busy, you're not having sales, the kind of sales, let's say in a week you used to have 20 to 1,000 to 20,000 kind of sales, or it depends on what you're selling though. But the number of sales you used to make, like it's kind of like went down to like 50% of it, or maybe 40%, and you're wondering what's happening. You get? So I believe you can find a way to make sure that regardless of what happened, you were able to find a solution to it before you go bankrupt. And like I said, going bankrupt is not a bad thing, but how to save yourself when you are bankrupt is a problem. But we can literally prevent ourselves from going bankrupt. And I won't say it's 100% easy, but it's quite easy. Listen, if you want to be bankrupt, you know the things that you do that make you spend more. You know the things that you do that are not necessary, but you end up doing them and ending up, having to spend what you're not supposed to spend. And that the kind of debt that you know the kind of loan you took that were not even worth the loan. You get? And the kind of loan that you took that you need to pay them back, and maybe your collateral is your business, or maybe the collateral is quite huge, and you don't want to dare that. So you have to find a way to resolve that. One thing I know is that you have to put more energy into your business and make sure that you gain, you sell more, so you will be able to get the money to pay back, so your business don't be used as a collateral. Anyway, this is just all for this video, but I will speak more about that in another video. Well, as always, send your thoughts in the comments below and I'll do well by you to answer them for the video in the next video.